Shawty do her own shit, very independent. Whipping in the kitchen and trying to run a business. Hey, that's a queen right up. She remind me of me, never lacking with the heat, just as real as she.
Greetings, hoes. Welcome back to Talk Time Ro, where your mama just might be a hoe. I'm Ro, and we are back again with another bit to y'all. Alright, y'all can already know, read, see by the title. I am trying cheesy spicy noodles. Cheesy Ramwn. This is the pack. I got this from, where did I get this from? Y'all see it or whatever. I got this from Jovi's or whatever, and I got the spicy and I got the regular. Well, today I'm trying the spicy, the next time I'm trying the regular. So you know, I like to have a little conversation with y'all while I try these different items or whatever or whatnot. So today we're going to be doing a tattoo tour, a tattoo whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna let y'all know about my tattoos or whatever whatnot. Yes, I have on a moo. Today is just one of those days. I'm just still trying to make sure I push out my content and, you know, get up. You know how people be like, you gotta get up and put in the work or whatever. So yeah, yesterday we celebrated my friend's birthday or whatever the case may be, and your girl is tired. I don't too much have a hangover, but I was a little lit or whatever. So still getting up, putting in that work to put in my content, because I've been doing this for years and the consistency has not been consistent. So I got my butt up and I'm still doing what I need to do, what I want to do, or whatever the case may be. So y'all know I got my little clear bowl. Y'all can see the noodles through there. They're not as cheesy. It's still like a little liquidy, if you can see the liquid moving or whatever. Let me see if I can get y'all to get into it. I don't know, y'all. I'm scared that it's gonna drop, and I ain't trying to have one of those videos. But yeah, and y'all know I keep it real over here, so I wasn't about to change my clothes. Not today. Not today. Like, not today, okay? I'm trying to be the realest, not trying. I am the realest person on the internet. I am the realest person on YouTube. I'm not about to fake my life. I'm not about to do too much. Not, okay? If you like my content, you like my content for me, okay? For my authentic self, okay? I'm not one of them girls that's about to sit up here and just go get out of my character or do things that I don't normally do in real life, because it's not. I don't have the energy for it, okay? Because once you get into that motion of being this fake person, you got to keep that up. And I'm giving y'all Ro all day, every day, okay? I don't ever present myself other than Ro, because I can't keep up with the funk. So, yeah, y'all, okay? Let's get into it or whatever. My stomach, I tried some coffee this morning for my little short content. The liquor, the seafood I had yesterday mixed with the liquor. So I'm just torturing my stomach again, y'all, with some cheesy, spicy noodles. And I'm gonna tell y'all about my tattoos. So I have 10 tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 17. I went with my brothers or whatever. I do have siblings on my dad's side. I have one sister and I have 2 brothers. My 2 brothers share a mom. My sister has her own mom and I have my own mom. It's a big age gap between us or whatever. So yeah, I went with my brothers to get my first tattoo. I was 17 and the people was cool or whatever, because, you know, I wasn't of age. But since my brothers was with me, they talked them into letting me get a tattoo. So I have 10 tattoos in total. My first tattoo was my cousin's name, which I'm gonna post a picture, was my cousin's name. Her name is Aslyn, and don't know if y'all know, but my daughter's name is Ashlyn. So yes, I named my daughter for my cousin. My cousin did take her own life, and that kind of like hit me real hard. Apparently, the fact that I got a tattoo of her name and named my daughter after her. But yeah. Okay, this is the noodles. It's not giving as cheesy. I don't know if I put too much water. but it's not as cheesy as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, I can automatically taste a little spice. It ain't no bad spice though, and they good. They taste like regular ramen noodles. I don't know, I might have messed up and it ain't as cheesy as it's supposed to be. I might have put a little bit too much water because I was rushing, but the flavor is there. The flavor is there. It had like some little vegetable pack. The vegetable amount did not equal up to the noodles amount, but yeah. I mean, it came with like a powdery cheese. I don't do the powdery cheese. It's ugh, but that's what came with it. I think I just put too much water. It said 2 cups of water. I did 2 and like a half-ish because I don't listen. So that's probably why it's messed up like that. They think they're doing something, but like people in jail been put us on with the cheese and the noodles to make spreads or whatever. It ain't spicy, but it's a good little spice. But it's still gonna mess up my stomach a little bit because it's cheese, spice, and everything else that I just said that's in my stomach. But they good though. So yeah, my first tattoo is my cousin's name, or whatever the case may be. And my mama, she was not with the program on me getting tattoos. But the fact that I got my cousin's name that passed away, she was okay with that. That's my first tattoo. It did not hurt. It's on my back. Most of my tattoos are on my back because I realized it don't hurt getting on my back. And also, out of sight, out of mind. I don't see you, so I don't feel it, or whatever the case may be. And I'm not scared of needles or whatever. I used to get a lot of IVs. I used to always be in the hospital for different reasons, and I always get a lot of IVs. And I can watch somebody give me an IV, and it's nothing. After I had my daughter, I had a stroke and a blood clot in my head or whatever, and I had to go to doctor's appointments like every week, and they had to draw my blood. So baby, I'm used to that. I'm used to needles. But yeah, so that's my first tattoo. My second tattoo is my mom's name, and her name is Brenda with an I, not an E. I got that on my calf. There was another convincing. I'm like, well, Mom, I'm going to get your name. Like, you know, be cool, dude. I'm going to get your name. Like, so she was okay with that. But like, once I got that first tattoo, baby, I'm ready for another one. I'm ready for another one. So I did that. That was probably my most painful, one of my most painful tattoos was one of my calf. But it's the most painful, but it's also the best tattoo I have. Like, it still looks good or whatever. All these pictures that I'm taking are current, like how they look now. But like, it was the most painful tattoo because it was on my legs, on my calf, and I have some very strong calves. And the most painful one is the one that still look the best. Like, it's not my favorite because it's plain, but like, it still look good. So yeah, my mom's name was my second tattoo. My third tattoo was a dove that I got underneath my cousin's name. I wanted something else and I didn't know what else I wanted, but like, you know, a little dove or whatever under my cousin's name to just add to that or whatever per se or whatever. All my tattoos have meanings or whatever, so I just put the dove and my cousin's name together or whatever. Well, not together because it's not fused together. It don't look like they go together, but it's right under it. So I got the dove for my cousin, which is right under her name or whatever. That is one of my favorite tattoos. The dove is one of my favorite tattoos. I love it. It's cute. It got a little color in it. I think that was my first color tattoo or whatever. The shading part wasn't too bad or whatever the case may be. Back to my first tattoo real quick. The artist, like, I just wanted the name, but for it being my first tattoo and stuff like that, I guess they, you know, did a little extra and did a little more design around it and made it real cute, real cute, real cute. And I appreciated that because I just went in there to get a little namey name and be all basic. But they added a little, you know, accoutrements to it to make it look like something. Or whatever the case may be. She good, y'all. Y'all should try it. Maybe when I do the regular cheesy ones, I'll do it right so it can look more cheesy. Because it's just watery cheese. That was user error. My next tattoo is also on my back. So my 4th tattoo. And that says, love is giving someone the ability to hurt you, but trusting they won't. Now, if you ask me what it says right now, I don't know. That was one of my worst tattoos. Like, and that was one of the ones that meant so much to me. But it's the worst one. It looks like gibberish. Okay, people couldn't even understand it when I first got it. I don't know. I don't know. You know, you're always going to probably have one bad tattoo, especially when you're trying to be a little cheap. But I went to the shop for all my tattoos. I don't believe in going to nobody's house. I don't believe in... No. I go to the shop to get my tattoos, honey. Cannot just go to any random person and sit in their house or them come to me. Like, especially during the time I was getting tattoos. Motherfuckers was getting infections after infections after infections, baby. I was not playing those type of games. But yeah, that quote I got from Criminal Minds, because you know Criminal Minds always say a little quote or whatever, and I got that quote from Criminal Minds. I had heard that, and I'm just like, yes, like, yes, love is giving somebody the ability to hurt you but trusting they won't. Facts is facts. And during that time I was with my child's father, and baby, I was going through it, so I got that or whatever. But it is one of my worst tattoos. It did not hurt. Like I said, the ones on my back really ain't hurt. Then under that, I got the date that me and my child's father got together. And I'm not the type of girl that gets names and shit, none of that on my body. My partner now, she has my name on her or whatever, but we're married. I do not have her name or whatever, but we do have matching tattoos. And she already had somebody's name on her before, so that was nothing new to her. But my child's father, I was with him for like 5 years or so or whatever, and I just got the date in Roman numerals when we started talking. And in my head, I'm like, either it's gonna be the date that, you know, started our forever life and us being together forever, or it's gonna be a date to remember that, you know, a lesson learned. And at this point now, it's a lesson learned. Like, that date just be like, that date just signifies the day that, you know, I decided to talk to somebody and it did not work out right, and a lesson learned from that day. Like, it's still a strong meaning to that, whether if we were still together or not, whether it was good or bad, whether it was a lesson learned or whatever the case may be. It's there for, I already had in mind, like, when I get this, it's not because like, oh, we're so in love, but it could easily be because I learned a lesson from that day forward. I learned a lesson, and that's what it was now. My child's father, he does have a L and an R on his leg for his name and my name, and then he has our date that we started talking underneath the R or whatever. And I'm not sure if it's on his left leg and his right leg, because that'll be so crazy that you got the L on your left leg and the R on your right leg, like you don't know your left from your right type shit. And I could tell y'all another T on the L and the R on, because and you know, if I be a little shady, it's a reason why we're not together. And let's just say the person that he was fooling around with also name spelled with the L, but you take that as you please, okay? But yeah, got that. And it was a cool tattoo. It was small. It didn't really hurt that much. And then I also got a cross under there. Now, I used to be so Jesus Christ. I grew up in the church. Praise dance, choir, drill team, all the shenanigans, all the services in one day. I did all the things. So I got a little cross. I also was just itching to get a tattoo, and that was like something simple to get or whatever. So I got that. Nothing more, no less on that. Okay. Just wanted to get something, and I was in church heavy or whatever. Now, baby, you don't even want to know what I think about that shit. My next tattoo, which is my 7th tattoo, I have this feather on my arm, and it just represents letting go. Letting go, being free. Because I locked myself down very early as a child, which I lock myself down now too. At an early age, I got married at 20-something. Had a kid by 19, 20. Was in a long ass relationship all my high school year. Like, yeah. So I just wanted that to let go. Let go, be free. I'm still working on that, but like during that time, like I said, I was going through a lot with my child's father, and I just need something to remind me to just let go, you know, let go, be free, or whatever the case may be. Bars. That's my 2nd color tattoo, and also one of my favorites. This one supposed to be way bigger than this, but I chickened out and I got it smaller, and it did kind of hurt a little bit. It did kind of hurt, and I think, like I said, it was right here in my face, so I was just looking at him the whole time, and I think looking at them makes it hurt, but it wasn't too bad or whatever. Not as bad as my leg tattoo, and yeah, that's what that means or whatever. It's nice. It still look good to me or whatever the case may be. And then I got my daughter's name, like, on my neck / on my back. Not really on my neck, but like in between that neck and back area. That one did hurt a little bit once it went up my neck a little bit or whatever. That was my first time trying Dagos. If y'all know, if y'all from Houston, that was my first time trying Dagos. I was never planning on going to Dagos to get anything. I heard too many stories. But my partner went, and they was giving out free tattoos, so I'm like, fuck it, you know, I'm cheapo, I'm gonna get something for free. So I got my daughter's name. I really always wanted to get my daughter's name in like a very graphic type of way with more extravagance and accoutrements, but it was a nice little free tattoo, and that was the only thing I could think of at the time, so I got my daughter's name right there or whatever. What else? So that was my 8th tattoo. My 9th and my 10th tattoo are the smallest tattoos that I have. I kind of added on to my feather, which is one of the matching tattoos I have with my wife. It's a crown, a Q for queen, and a heart underneath it. And she has a crown, a K for king, and a heart underneath it. Somewhere, she got way more tattoos than me. Well, bigger tattoos than me. Got that matching tattoo with her, or whatever the case may be, or whatever, king, queen type of situation. She's a stud or whatever. So we got that. I just added it on to this because I just didn't know where else to put it. And I'm a strong believer in nothing, like, if my sleeve can cover it up, cool, but nothing under a regular sleeve length. I don't want nothing past my elbow, not even really too close to my elbow, but it still can work out a little bit, but nothing past my elbow. I don't do neck, I don't do face, none of that. So I got that with her, and then we also got lips. Now, we did not really get each other's lips, but we both got lips. She got lips on her stomach, and I got lips on my buttocks. This is one of my worst tattoos, and one of the painful tattoos. I don't know what hurt worse, my butt or my calf. But I thought I was one of them girls that wanted a butt tattoo. Honey, I'm gonna have to get numbed up if I want anything. The tattoo not even that big, and it's terrible. And it probably was terrible because I just kept on saying it hurt or whatever, because I think we got this and the lips at the same time. We got both of the little small tattoos at the same time. Yeah, I don't know which one hurt the most, but baby, my butts, look, like I said, if I want some more on my buttocks, but that pain was a little serious for that little tattoo. The girls be out here getting that ass tatted, and I don't think it's for me. And shoot, especially now, I'm starting to think like, dang, I should have kept on getting tattoos when I was hyped up about tattoos, when I felt like they wouldn't hurt them, because the older I get, I feel like they starting to hurt more. But that little butt tattoo almost took me out. And it's ugly. Took me out to be that ugly. That's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, that's all 10 of my tattoos. I already told y'all my favorite ones. My favorite ones was the feather and the dove. The best tattoos is the names. My mom's name and my cousin's name. My worst tattoos is the love is giving someone the ability to hurt you but trusting they won't, and the lips. And the most painful was my leg and my buttocks. Now I do have some other tattoos I want to get, but they're going to be expensive, okay? Because I'm not going to play about these tattoos. These are portraits of my grandma and my father. And I just got to really do some sleuthing, some research, and look for some people that really know how to do portraits. Because I'd be danged if you make my father and my grandmother not look like who the freak they are. And I just know portraits is expensive, period. And yeah, and I'm gonna have to probably numb myself up because I want it to be a nice size. I want it to be a nice size. Some of my tattoos, I mean most of my tattoos are small, and that's because I just don't want to sit that long. I don't want to sit that long. I don't want to sit there getting poked on for more than motherfucking an hour. I just don't want to do it. Can't do it. But eventually I'm gonna have to do it. But I want to do it. And I haven't used numbing cream before, but I'm probably gonna have to. And I don't like sessions where you gotta come back and all of that shit. I want my shit done in one day, and I just don't want to sit that long. So that's why all my tattoos are not that big. But the idea that I have for my grandma, her name is Ella Pearl, and I want to have like a vintage mirror. A vintage hand mirror, and then I want her picture inside the mirror, her portrait inside the mirror, and I want the mirror to also have like pearls around it for Ella Pearl type situation, because my granny was beautiful. Sis stay cute, stay dressed, stay, baby, when she passed away she had clothes in her closet still with tags on it. Like, my granny went out so beautiful. Like, I don't even understand, you feel me, how a person that has passed away can still look so beautiful while they're just laying there, you know, gone. But my granny has always been just beautiful. She was that girl. She was that fashionista. She was always keeping herself looking good at all times. You couldn't tell my granny nothing. Like, sis, you always face card, never decline. Like, my granny, y'all, she was really that girl, and she just so beautiful. And that's why I say rest in beauty to her all the time, because baby, she went out looking good. She went out being her. Like, yeah, so I wanted that or whatever. And then my dad passed away. My dad was a chef, so I want like chef knives, like this, chef knives or whatever. And I want his portrait inside of the knives or whatever. So, you know, if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, these are going to be some expensive tattoos. Not only are they portraits, but then the extra accoutrements, that's the word of the day, that I want on there. It's going to cost me a pretty penny, and I just got to find time to, like, sit down and get it done. My granny been gone for a while, and my daddy has not been gone for a little minute too. But it's like, I'm still gonna get it regardless. It's just that I gotta carve out the time and the money to do it. So that's that, y'all. The noodles were good. I'm gonna finish them or whatever. I just gotta give myself a little break. I'm a little hot. Okay, I feel like I'm turning red and shit. I have a lot going on today, but I'm still trying to push out this content. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next video. What else? Follow me on TikTok, Talk Time with Ro. Follow me on Instagram, Talk Time with Ro, or whatever the case may be. Make sure to tell your mommy, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your auntie, uncle, your cousin, to your friend, and to her friend that don't like me. that this has been Talk Time with Roe. Mama just might be a hoe, and I will see y'all hoes on the next video. Bye.
Sometimes I just gotta talk my shit. Sometimes I just gotta talk my shit.